Cheryl, your building zoning code report, you don't have any other comment about, other than what you gave us? Anything you wanna
Well, there's just
discuss?
something else that's on the agenda for discussion.
Okay, so
It's
wait
another
for
paper
that.
alley.
Okay. So, but there's nothing other than your agenda item that you wanted to talk about?
Nothing other.
TJ, Banks and Engineering Report.
Sure. Our office submitted our report to the board yesterday morning. I do have a couple quick notes to go over. I'll start with item 1 on the list, which is Finleyville Elrama Road Sewage Project. I've spoken a number of times now in the last few weeks with Lennon Smith Solar Engineering, excuse me. They're the consulting engineer for PCSA. They tell me they're working on exploring a couple possibilities for revised layouts based upon the existence of some possible wildcat sewers in that area as they relate to the old Nike site. So I believe they plan to dig a few test holes and try to gather a little more information on the storm and potentially sanitary sewers that exist out there, so we can locate those and revise designs accordingly. We also discussed some of the gap funding between the original OPC and the cost increase of the project that was presented in the 537 plan. Earlier this afternoon, they provided us, when I say us, I mean myself, Dennis and Michelle, the rest of the board, with a letter from their solicitor, which I have read. Came in, I think, 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah, it's not in your board packet.
Yeah,
so you
it's
guys
probably
can
not in
pick
the
it up
packet.
with Diana tomorrow. I read it because Mr. Seiler gave it to me a little bit ago, but.
I would suggest that we all review that individually and then discuss, a prudent response here as soon as we can. Maybe we can have that discussion at the next meeting.
Well, they want an answer. First of all, they want us to make something, there's some time situations.
Yes.
They want us to make sure that we submit an application to LSA for this project by November 3rd, which we're doing.
We are doing. It's in progress.
And
We already voted on that at
they
the
also
meetings
want-
before.
they also want the township to review the MOU and respond to it by December 31st, 2023.
End of the year.
So
We have 2 meetings before that.
I think we should be looking at this and maybe act on it by the next meeting, but
I agree.
there's some things here that I think you need to look at and be aware of.
Correct. Any questions about the sewer project up the street?
No, we haven't really read
Yeah,
to have a
I
question
I
yet.
skimmed it.
Yeah, that's what I
doing
did.
some
I
other
skimmed
things,
his
so.
copy.
Items 2 and 3 on my engineer's report are on the agenda, so I'll pass on those for the interim. As we mentioned during public comment, there was a meeting on November 3rd with Tuscany Estates, or to discuss Tuscany Estates, I should say. Miranda, Quaker, Dennis, myself, a few others participated. And that tri-party agreement will be the next step in terms of all parties moving forward and Miranda being able to pursue their necessary approvals. So that's where Tuscany Estates stands at this point. Item 5 is the MS-4 pollution reduction plan. Previously, our office was authorized to do 2 things: apply for the permit renewal for the MS-4 permit, and prepare a draft amendment to the pollution reduction plan to explore potentially adding some additional projects, sediment removal projects, so that we can meet our state mandated pollution reduction plan sediment removal requirements. Our office is working on those 2 tasks. I hope to have a draft of the plan amendment shared with the supervisors by 1st of next month, 1st of December, so that'll allow you folks a couple days to look at that plan amendment so that we can discuss that at our next meeting. The pollution reduction plan is, or the plan amendment, I should say, is going to require public comment. So we'll need to advertise, allow that to undergo a 30-day public comment period. And, after which that will be, formally adopted by the township so that we can submit that to DEP. That's going to be an important review. The pollution reduction plan includes projects that the township is committing to enact to improve water quality, in the municipality. So, as we've talked about at great length, there are certain deficiencies with the existing plan that was approved. And, I think before our permit expires and our new permit gets issued, it's going to be prudent to show the department that we are committed to making strides with improving our overall sediment removal and pollutant removal activities, so that we're showing that we're trending towards meeting those requirements. So just wanted to get that back on the board's radar, and we can discuss that at length at the next meeting. But the deadline to renew or send in the MS4 permit renewal application is the end of the year. I think it's January 2nd, so.
It has to be advertised before that.
Well, the pollution reduction plan amendment, basically it's two pieces. Doesn't have to go in with the permit renewal. We're gonna proceed with the permit renewal independent of the pollution reduction plan amendment. I might have mixed up my words there, but yes, I think advertising in December, taking public comments for the plan amendment is going to be a good step, so that we can adopt that and send it to the department in January. Mingo Circle sewage project, DEP did confirm they received our letter, so they said we should be hearing from them shortly. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but that's the update on that project. I expect they'll be reaching out to continue that conversation. Item 7 is on the agenda, so I'll skip that for now. Item 8 is Aragon Place storm sewer inspection, catch basin inspection. As you know, the work was awarded to Robinson Pipe. Robinson Pipe Cleaning, I should say. I notified them of the board's decision. They intended to complete that work on November 28th. So, first week after Thanksgiving, next week. We'll have a field engineer here with them, just so we can observe the findings, and we'll follow up with a report to the board for the 7th as to what we discover out there. Exactly right. So, item 8 was Aragon Place, excuse me. Item 9 is the funding. We talked about this a second ago, but we are finalizing grant applications for 4 projects: the Mingo Circle project, the Snee Road Bridge Replacement project, a MS4 stream bank restoration project. That'll be part of the pollution reduction plan. Those two things go hand in hand. And then the last one is the Finleyville-Elrama Road sewer project. So deadline is the 30th, which is about a week from now. So our office will have those applications finished and submitted to the statewide LSA program by the end of next week. So that's all I have for a report tonight. Does anybody have any questions?
Just to follow up, something TJ was just mentioning, I talked to Andrew Cutsman's office, and according to their office, we are the only community in his district that has submitted applications for more than one project. So he says it should increase our odds actually of getting at least one of them, if not several of them. I wanted that.
Well, when Chuck told me that, I responded by saying, "You're never going to get any money unless you ask for it." So
And it was nice.
we shall see. We'll keep our fingers crossed.
He had emailed the township about any way he could support, which I passed on to TJ.
So yeah, certainly if we hear anything, we'll keep the board informed.
Administrative report, there's one in your